So Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO, is in an absolute free fall. He's collapsing financially, he's collapsing mentally, and now he's collapsing legally. You got to check out these headlines, guys. Judge finds Elon Musk likely acted unconstitutionally in shuttering USAID. This is actually coming right after I just made a prior video. Justice Roberts was basically saying, Trump, Musk, what the heck are you doing? You can't skirt the law. You also got this. Judge finds DOGE's shutdown of USAID likely unconstitutional. Elon Musk is actually named specifically, and this is how they do it. Because I want to mention this before. Elon Musk is trying to dodge the bullets, right? Because we all know he's running DOGE, but they were trying to pretend that he's not. So in the United States District Court of Maryland, it says Elon Musk, in his official capacity, United States DOGE service, and the Department of Government Efficiency, right? Those are the defendants. Basically, you have employees saying, yo, it's must. So that's what they're suing. There's another one, Elon Musk is official capacity. I'll read the conclusion from the judge, and it's very interesting when you hear this. It says, for the foregoing reasons, the court finds that defendants' actions taken to shut down USAID on an accelerated basis, meaning that, Musk and his band of, bros are trying to do this in a hurry, accelerated basis, including its apparent decision to permanently close USAID headquarters without approval of a duly appointed USAID officer, likely violated the United States Constitution in multiple ways. Again, that's coming from the judge. When you read the language of the stuff, you have to understand it. So accelerated basis means you're hurrying this thing, including its apparent decision to permanently close, because you have to figure out who is signing off on the orders, whose name's on, on the dotted line, right? Who's making the orders. And this is where the chain of command becomes important. This is where preserving documents, communique become important, because I promise you guys, probably there's going to be issues where like people, quote, lose things or delete things, etc. I've been saying this all along. Don't associate yourself with Musk or Trump. People are getting in some big trouble, likely go to prison. That's my opinion on this stuff. And when a judge is saying violate the United States Constitution in multiple ways, I mean, you're in big trouble. I don't know how to put it. You also have this. This is again more from the judge. It says, and these actions harmed not only plaintiffs, so these are government employees, and you're going to have multiple lawsuits coming in against Musk and his DOGE people, right? These actions harmed not only multiple plaintiffs, but also the public interest. Wow. So, I mean, you're hurting all of us, to be perfectly frank, the public interest. Because they deprive the public's elected representatives in Congress of their constitutional authority to decide whether, when, and how to close down an agency created by Congress, right? You can't skirt Congress, guys. This is, again, from the judge, likely violated the United States Constitution in multiple ways. Accordingly, the motion of the preliminary injunction will be granted in part and denied in part. The motion will be granted in the court. We'll issue the accompanying preliminary injunction. The motion will be otherwise denied. A separate order shall be issued. That gets into more complicated legal stuff. Like some of the stuff, you got 7 days. Other stuff, you got 14 days. We're talking about reinstating people, give them their access to their emails, these kind of things. We'll see now, generally speaking, because Musk does this stuff a lot. Like he gets involved with court orders and these kind of things. He'll send his lawyers there, and the lawyers say, I don't know. Let me get back to you. I can't say right now. I forgot. Like, they'll not try to answer. But I mean, how many courts can you skirt? That's the question. And what happens when your wealth is collapsing and you can't pay for your legal defense team anymore, right? What happens when your wealth is collapsing? I'm showing you Tesla stock here. It's down 53% now, right? Your wealth is collapsing, and people don't actually like you, Elon. They just like your money, right? And Trump has said it in public several times. He always makes these weird offhand comments about Elon being a little bit weird, can't get rid of him. And we've been following the story for a while. And your wealth is collapsing. So if the money's gone and people don't like you, he's going to go away. And not only, I was thinking, not only do you have to pay for your defense team of lawyers, you have to pay for all of your bodyguards, all your 14 kids. Like there's so many legal problems, financial problems, and then he's clearly having mental problems as well. I'm talking about Elon. You could talk about Trump as well. This was an actually really interesting headline. I didn't know this. It says here, Tesla's stake is no longer Elon Musk's most valuable asset amid stock market sell-off. So the claims here are, and it's hard to know for sure, to be perfectly frank, but the claims here is that maybe SpaceX is now Elon Musk's largest holding. That might be true. Now, that's a privately traded company. It depends how you want to value the thing. And again, these are private. We don't have access to their books. He's also putting more money into Twitter, which I didn't know that. This is also breaking today. This is from Bloomberg. It says Elon Musk has been buying up X shares near his initial purchase price. Like, why are you putting more money into Twitter? The Twitter is such a sinking ship, and he's throwing more money into it. This is where I think he goes bust, because if and if you guys don't know this, Tesla is sinking, right? That's a big part of his wealth. No longer his biggest, which is a big surprise. Musk has a bunch of debt, and what happens if like suddenly you can't pay off all of your debts, and the companies that you're vested in, no one's using those products, right? You're real in real trouble. That's why I think his plan, this is from a Musk point of view, is like, hey, I'm going to try to just get some government contracts to save myself. Just read a little bit about what's going on with this Twitter thing. I didn't know he was throwing more money into it. It's interesting. It says here, Elon Musk invested 150 million to acquire more shares in X last year at a valuation approach price he paid for the company's equity in 2022. So you're paying too high prices basically for the thing. Musk, who's majority shareholder of the company, has also, quote, expressed willingness to buy more minority stakes in the same valuation. So that's coming from, I think this is Saudi, the Kingdom Holding Company, to 2024. I think so. The Saudi investment for the Saudi investment firm has been the shareholder of X since 2011, when it was still known as Twitter. The report didn't reference Musk or X by name, but a person with knowledge of the investment who asked not to be named discussing information confirmed the report was referring to X. So it looks like Musk is putting more money into said thing. If you're curious what Musk is tweeting out regarding this recent judge decision, saying, hey, you're breaking multiple constitutional laws, that stuff. Musk says, indeed, 14 minutes ago, Charlie Kirk is a right-wing podcaster. So they're going to try to make the case that USAID is evil and Musk is doing, God's work. That's the kind of stuff that they'll say. So they kind of skirt the argument of the judge of like, you're breaking the Constitution. You're trying to go around Congress. They just don't even address that. Tesla's also under attack today. Like literal attack. That was in Las Vegas. I guess someone put a bunch of Teslas on fire. They wrote resist on the Tesla building. Also in the judges thing, I want to point this out. It's really interesting. Elon Musk by name, you can see here that they basically are using all this stuff on social media, the stuff that Trump has said in public to say, because what it is they're going to try to pretend that Musk is not the head of DOGE. And why would you pretend that is because when the lawsuits start pouring in, right, they'll say, well, I didn't order it. It wasn't my name. It wasn't me. And so that's why it's really important. And like they have this whole section on like, who Elon Musk is. They have all these dates of like various times that, Trump has said, oh, Musk is head of DOGE, and like, hey, this TV, Hannity show, et cetera. It's all in the suit because, and plus we all know this, publicly and inherently, but this is part of the legal, procedures where you put down, the actual evidence, be it from social media, TV, things that people have said, and eventually if it goes to, trial, whatever, you'll call people in to testify, etc. You'll preserve documents. And I think probably a lot of people are going to try to pretend like they weren't part of this. That's like that's why, like, if you've been following this story, the Musk people, the DOGE people, when they first went in, and I think it might have been like either the OPM or the GAO, it's hard to keep track, but they, the Musk people, the DOGE boys or men, however you want to say, young men, lackeys, they wouldn't give their last names and they wouldn't necessarily say titles. Like they were trying to cover up their identities. And so remember when we first heard about like who's in charge of DOGE, because we didn't know who to sue basically. They'd say, oh, it's not Musk, it's this other Amy person, but no, she's not named in this. It's Elon Musk's name. That's why it becomes really important in this proceedings. On top of that, there's more. You got these weird conflicts of interest thing. This is an actual headline when you read this stuff. Secret Service responded to a DOGE bro plotting to install Starlink on the roof. So basically, from Musk's point of view, let's put a Starlink, SpaceX, internet, whatever, on all, government buildings and stuff like that, and try to get money that way. Like, or let's try to make it so that, Donald Trump has all government employees buy Tesla. Like Musk is trying all this stuff to get money, basically. And on top of that, he's going to try to make it harder for you to get your money. You'll see these headlines: Social Security Administration under temporary leadership. Some experts worry what this means for benefits. Are payments going to stop, etc.? There's been a possible plan in place, or that they're talking about at least. And I'll just read it to you guys, and you can get it. Social Security could require in-person claim filing. Other services changes may be coming. Musk routinely puts out on social media all the time that, oh, you got to have an ID, you got to come in person, this kind of stuff. And I just want you to think about the implications of this. There may be a lot of people that just have trouble getting to whatever office they're supposed to go to. Musk, I promise you, this is what they'll do. They'll cut various offices and say, oh, you have to go to the regional office, and that could be like 2 states away. Like, that's the kind of crap that they'll pull to cut your benefits. That's the kind of crap that they pull to cut your job, right? Say, oh, well, no more remote from you. Forget about the contract that we said. You need to, come to work tomorrow and across the country. And if you don't, you're fired. Like, that's the kind of crap that they pull. Or answer to my email or you're fired, that stuff. And Musk has done this stuff before, and he's been sued before, like for these kind of things. So I think this is a major, major ruling. We'll follow the story as it goes. Again, judge finds Elon Musk likely acted unconstitutionally, and as the judge said, in multiple ways. So want to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll catch you all in the next video.